All right, all right, all right. What is going on, all you hollow table heroes? It's your boy Itachi, and this is Itachi Gaming. As you can see, we have got quite a lineup tonight. Total of 5 topics to talk about today. That's right, 5 topics. And we'll be starting off with GAC changes tonight. Also, talking about the new free-to-play and new player experience as the changes are now officially live, and what that looks like right here on the stream today as well. So, how's everyone doing out there in the galaxy? I hope everyone is having a fantastic evening on this beautiful Thursday night. So I'm really looking forward to talking about all these different topics. What's up, hashtagger? How you doing, man? It's been a while. For sure. Obviously, some things with Grand Arena changing. Pretty big news here with that. I, for one, am very excited about this particular thing. So, as you guys know, the divisions are changing up based on minimum GP. Now, one thing that we want to just go ahead and defunk right now, is the fact of getting less squads. So they have added squads to some of the divisions. So that is not necessarily the case. And we'll be going into 3v3 here very soon next week, as you guys know. But this is the State of the Galaxy stream that we do once a month. So let's come over here to the game real quick and show you guys that that graphic that they have there with what our current and what our new is. So let's turn me off here for a little bit. I guess you guys can see just fine. So as you see, the new is on top, current is on the bottom. And so for like my main account, I'm currently a little over 4.5 million. I was supposed to be in Division 1. So going into this new one, I'll be in Division 5. So that'll take 4.5 million all the way up to just above 5.1 million, which is nice, actually, to be completely honest with you. After seeing some of the teams that we saw out there over this past Grand Arena, or accounts per se, you know, well over 1 million GP more than us. It kind of sucked. But as you guys can see here, for 3v3, we're going to need 11 character defenses for that. And for fleets, we're going to need 2 fleets still. So that doesn't really change. For 5v5, we're looking at a total of 7 defensive characters and still the 2 fleets. So that seems pretty cool there. Now, this is where 5 and 4 was where my or I guess more so 4. Division 4 was where the 2 other accounts were at, the free-to-play account and the hyperdrive account. And as you can see, those guys are actually going to slide down quite a bit here. They're going to be in Division 7. Division 8 and Division 7 there. So that's going to be a little different there. So we're going to need 8 as opposed to looks like where we were at, which was right around 9 and 10. So but we're still need 10 for Division 7. So that's not going to change for us there. Along with 2 fleets as opposed to 1, however. So that's a little different there. But no problems there. I shouldn't have any troubles with those 2 accounts in the 3v3 or 5v5, to be completely honest with you. So looking forward to those changes coming here soon. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. This is going to mean people in Division 1, 15 characters. I mean, maxed out at 11 on the current one. So after Division 5, you're going to 12, 13, 14, and 15. And 9, 10, and 11. So this will be very interesting to see what happens with 3v3, 5v5. We may see a lot more teams out there that were at one time GAC meta, but kind of went away because of the number of teams needed and everything becoming very Galactic Legend centric. This is going to really make people think about how they place defenses, offenses, and things like that as you get higher and higher in those new division tiers. Let me know what division you're going to be in if you guys haven't seen this yet, or if you have, down below in the comments or over in the chat, either one. And how you think, what do you think about these new changes? All right, let's head back over to the face. So up next, we're going to talk about the new player experience. And with this, I was able to convince a buddy of mine to start playing Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. He had started at one point, didn't really like it. The progression was really slow. He was having issues and things like that. And I told him, hey, man, look, they've updated the characters that you start off with. They've done a lot of updates to character charges you get. Anything that's over a year now is going to have 2 times drop instead of, or 2 character shard drops as opposed to single character drops. And so he decided to go ahead and make an account. And because of that, ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to say we are bringing back a Sidechick account. Itachi Sidechick account is official. We're already in a guild, and we're in the same guild together. So here is my Sidechick account. We're going to start covering this. Hopefully I can convince my buddy to do Tuesday nights with me, and we can go over these Sidechick, or these new player experience accounts. So right now my arena rank is 4,357. I'm using Old Ben because of that evasion that he has there in his leadership. Moff Gideon, which you guys get right off the bat for Dark Side, along with Crew. Jedi Knight Anakin is also a character you unlock fairly quickly now at the beginning of the game. And then the same with Dark Trooper, as you guys can see there. So we're climbing pretty easily. We started off at 50,000 or something like that. Some weird number that they had where you're way up there, 500,000, way down there on the arena ranks. And we're starting to actually climb. So I had to do kind of like a sticky note here to kind of see where I wanted to go with this account. Just so you guys can see it here. Here's the sticky. So, and I want to do this based off of once we hit 85 and what we're going to need for Grand Arena, really, is how I wanted to set this up. So, looking back at the the new teams that we're going to need, we should be coming in right at Division 11. And what that's going to require are, for 3v3, a total of 6 characters, right? 3 for defense, 3 for offense. 1 fleet. It's the same thing for 5v5. And so I went ahead and said, you know, let's put together about 4 different, a total of 8, really, teams to really start off with that I think is going to be good for a free-to-play player, for someone new coming into the game, where they don't take a lot of thought necessarily, but are still really good. So we've got Phoenix here, Palpatine Empire, First Order, Jedi, Imps, so your troopers, essentially. Imperial Troopers, Bounty Hunters, Separatists, Bugs, Galactic Republic Fleet, and then I wasn't sure if Empire or Rebels Fleet. Probably leaning more towards the Empire Fleet, because we're going to need that fleet specifically for Zeta Challenge over in fleets. So Rebels have a lot more underlying characters that you have to use, and so it's not the best to go after right off the bat with fleets. It can be a very good team to use as far as fleets is concerned, but this is kind of where we're going. And so with what you're given, you're starting off with characters like Jedi Knight Anakin, Ahsoka Tano, Old Ben, Obi-Wan Kenobi. So you already start off with 3 Jedi, and so with farming Phoenix, you're gonna get those other 2 Jedi. Empire, you're starting off with Moff Gideon. You're starting off with Dark Trooper. Eventually, we will get Grand Moff Tarkin as well. And we already have Royal Guard here as well. But using those 3, along with Emperor Palpatine, Papa Palpatine, and Grand Admiral Thrawn, which we'll be able to unlock with using Phoenix, that's going to be a very good offensive team. First Order, we're starting off with Crew here. And as you guys know, a lot of the First Order team are very easily accessible early in the game. All of them are 2x drops now, or the double shards as opposed to a single shard, including the 2 newest additions to the First Order, with that being Hux and General Hux and Sith Trooper. And so this is going to be another team to really go after and be easy to get to. Jedi, I've kind of already explained that. You start off with 3. You're going to get your other 2 from Phoenix with Ezra Bridger and Kanan Jarrus, which will allow you to go in and do Grand Master Yoda. And that team is going to be really good, to be honest with you. Early game, it's going to be hard for people to actually deal with and have good defenses on. Imperial Troopers. Now, we do have Moff Gideon and Dark Trooper. A lot of the Imperial Troopers are pretty easy to get pretty early. Range Trooper is early on in the game. Veers, Colonel Stark. Once you get into a guild, you'll be able to farm Colonel Stark. Veers should be fairly easy to get as well. Bounty Hunters are, again, they're going to be pretty early on the game. Now, with the 10 shard drops over in your Cantina store, you should be able to get Boba Fett pretty easily and quickly. The same with Chopper from the Phoenix Squad. So you start off with that. Mandalorian is early in the game. I've already come across his hard node. And so he's a really good bounty hunter actually to add into that team as well. Separatists are going to be an easy one to farm. Count Dooku's early. Newt Gunray you can get from Squad Arena with Squad Arena currency as well. And then you'll probably use some Geos in there until you get to the Brood Alpha, to be honest with you. But Bugs is that last kind of team we're going to work towards, as Geonosis Soldier, Geonosis Spy, and Poggle the Lesser are all going to count towards our fleets for Empire. And they make it very, very easy and accessible for to get into that Zeta challenge with the Empire. And so this is why I was starting off with these teams. First Order, we're going to be going towards Slicker, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren as soon as possible. So I'm going to close this real quick, and so we can go over what my current farms are. Dark Lord of the Jedi, what's up, man? So current farms right now, we got Moff Gideon. He's currently sitting at Gear 4, on his way to Gear 5, 3 pieces away. And so he's one of my light side hard nodes, sitting at 2D, very accessible. We haven't gotten to his Cantina node yet, which is good because we're using Cantina currency right now for something else. We are farming as well Old Ben, Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's going to be needed for several different characters, legendary and galactic legend characters in this game. So good to get started on him early. He's needed for CLS. He's needed for Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. And so we're farming this guy right now. Out of Cantina battles here and there. But for the most part from this dark node here on 2C hard. Let's go ahead and do that right now. I'll give us 6 more there. Woof, what's going on, brother? And so now we're at 16 out of 30 shards on him. Crew, Kylo Ren Unmasked is going to be great for ships early on. So we're already farming him out of the light side. Once we hit Cantina, we'll actually start heavily farming him out of Cantina, out of his Cantina node, specifically to get his ship as well. It's a double node there. Just woke up. Sorry I'm late. No problem, man. No problem. We just kind of getting started in here. So he's at gear level 11, headed on to 4. And we've got 2 out of 25 shards of him. Dark Trooper. Now, Dark Trooper is a big focus for me right now. Part of that Trooper team, he's going to be over on light side 1C hard. And so we're going to be getting his shards from there. I'll be doing some refreshes here a little later. But we've got a total of 4 counts to go through, so I want to go through them as quickly as possible. Jedi Knight Anakin, this is going to be, I think I got him as a main farm, yeah. 1B hard, dark side. Him and Moff Gideon are my 2 hard side. Keep in mind that you will need Cairo for this account. Cairo? Sorry. So Anakin, we are farming right now as well. So this is actually my main focus. Anakin and Moff Gideon are my 2 top farms right now. Oh, Moff Gideon for Moff Gideon. Cairo text. Yeah. out of the hard side. And then we'll go back through our refreshes. I'll get Dark Trooper, Obi-Wan Kenobi, as you guys already saw. Those are really my main focuses, are those 4 characters out of the hard nodes. We'll get to Cantina eventually with Kylo Ren, so I don't want to go too crazy with my hard nodes with that. Now, Ezra Bridger, we've already got unlocked at 2 stars, so right now I'm not farming him. I'm focusing in on Hera, and I'm going to be doing this back and forth thing this entire time, going between Ezra and Hera. So I'm 1 shot away from getting Hera. Once we unlock Hera, I'll move on back to Ezra and bounce back and forth, so on and so forth. Snips. Snips right now is in a light side node, so a lot of hard nodes that we're working on right now. I try to keep it limited to 4. So what I want to do here is be able to get Moff Gideon, Obi-Wan, Dark Trooper, and Jedi Knight Anakin all to 4 stars. And then what I'll probably do is I'll probably drop Obi-Wan once he hits 4 stars, move over to Ahsoka, get her to 4 stars, and then continue on like that. So 5 stars, 6 stars, 7 stars, so on and so forth. Excuse me. Throat is getting a little dry there. Chopper, we'll go over the stores here soon, but Chopper is our main focus over in Cantina Battle Store. And so this is where we farm him. 10 shards per purchase. So it's going to make him go very, very quickly, which is very nice. As opposed to what it was at 5 shards. Geonosis Soldier. This is going to be another character that we're going to kind of switch out over in Cantina. So really 3 characters in Cantina. We've got Ezra already unlocked. We're about to unlock Hera. And then we've got Geonosis and Soldier as well. We kind of want to keep these guys progressing at the same level. Now I went ahead and kind of favorited some of the other characters that we're going to need to get, but I'm not currently working on them. First Order Stormtrooper has been coming through feats and things like that, but Hera Syndulla, as you guys know, we are farming her over in Cantina. Actually, let's see if we can get her. Nope, still can't get that shard. Dang. All right, I'll get it off the refreshes here in a little bit, but Hera Syndulla as well. So those are our main farms right now. As you guys can see, we already got some characters we can unlock. I'm not unlocking them until I'm ready to work on them, as per usual. Luke Skywalker, Rey, the game makes you unlock those characters. I needed another character for Darkseid, so Royal Guard got unlocked as well for the time being. So this is where we're at right now, currently sitting at level 34. So we just got into Squad Arena. This is literally a 3-day-old account. We just got into Squad Arena. Ships comes along at level 60, so we've got some time to start working on those characters for those ships. Now, talking about shipments right now, obviously you guys always want to purchase these guys right here, right? You're going to need gear. You're going to need the gear for the rest of the time you're playing the game. So go ahead and grab those. No need to spend any crystals on this stuff, but grab that stuff there. Weekly shipments we're not really into right now because we just don't have enough currency to currently do any of these things, so don't worry about that. Cantina Battle Store. Again, right now this is all about Chopper. Now, once we finish with Chopper, get him to about 5 stars, I'll start unlocking like Boba Fett and 5s and these other characters. These a couple other characters that we may need, but mainly Boba Fett. I guess really First Order Officer is what we'd be looking at. So we'll go from 5-star Chopper to 5-star Boba Fett, potentially to 5-star First Order Officer, and then we'll head back around over to Chopper. At 5 stars, I can unlock Emperor Palpatine and Grand Admiral Thrawn. So it gives us 2 of our characters for our Empire team. Guild Store. This is going into Colonel Stark for me at the moment. And then, you know, gear, I'm waiting on, right? Colonel Stark is a big part of that Imperial Trooper team. He always will be. And then Squad Arena is all about Kanan Jarrus. So we haven't unlocked any of these other things yet. I got to say, so far it's been pretty fun. I've pretty much 3-starred most of these. I've got a couple of ones that I 2-starred, unfortunately, that I'm going to have to go back and do. But nothing too bad there. On light side hard battles, we've gotten through 2. Level 2 there. And then for dark side, kind of the same thing. I think I may have 1 or 2 on the so here's Mando. So I didn't 3-star his. I'm gonna have to go back in and do it. But then we go into the normal. We've kind of 3-starred most of these. Again, missing 1 there. And we're on the 4 march now for normal. So haven't really gotten too much into that, but we will. We're coming into gear progression very quickly, and these normal modes are going to be what's needed for those. All right, let's head back to the face and get over to our next account here, which is going to be that free 100% free-to-play Imps account, guys. So the Imps account, we started off with Evo, and unfortunately Evo stopped playing the account, as you guys know, but I'm continuing to play that particular account. And so we'll update you guys here with this. Now this we update a little bit more regularly with you guys on Thursday nights. But I just want to show you guys what progress we got over the last week. I did get a little bit more progress than what I had from the previous week. So I want to show you guys that update. So obviously the biggest thing is going to be for us in that last account, that new player account, the Itachi Sidechick account, is focusing in on starting with teams, getting them 5 stars, getting the gear to like 8 or 9, continuing to work on them star count, and then taking them on beyond that. So as far as gear is concerned, I'll say my first Zeta is probably going to end up going to first order. Kylo Ren Unmasked, that Zeta is a ridiculous Zeta. I think it's a special that is so huge for him. So I think that gives him the pre-taunt, and that's a big Zeta, guys. All right, the canteen is loading up, and we'll get right into the Imps account, and we'll move on to that. All right, let's head over to the Imps account. Here we are, Arena Rank 116th. Now, I will say for this Arena Rank, I am able to get sub 100. I did today. I was about at rank 95 today. And so it's been very nice being able to do that. And actually, we're doing that for all 3 accounts right now. The Imps account, the Hyperdrive account, and the OG Itachi account. Now, we fall on some of those under 100, like this one, after our payout. But for our payout, we're getting sub 100, which is helping out quite a bit. Now, Fleet Arena ranks for this account, I'm at Fleet 28, or I'm at rank 28 right now. And we finished off in a Rhodium in GAC. Unfortunately, we're not able to get to Kyber. This is a very rough Grand Arena for us, to say the least. All right, so let's get into where we're at as far as developing the characters that we've had favorited and we've been talking about. Basilisk Sean Fallen is 1 gear piece away from Gear 13 in Relics. And my friends, as you guys can see, Darth Revan's down here at Relic 5. So we were able to get him to Relics and to Relic 5. So I've taken him off the favorites now. Malik, we're still working towards getting him to 7 stars. He's at 45 out of 100. So not too far off. I haven't been able to work on his gear because I've been trying to get this gear for Basilisk Sean Fallen. Crew, same thing, haven't worked on his gear. We did put the second Zeta on him already, but I have been working on his mods. I got this 1 mod left up here to get done, this transmitter, to get it to the 5A, and so that is coming along quite nicely. Sith Marauder is 1 gear piece away from being at gear 11, and then we'll have to take him to gear 12. Not really working on Watt right now. We'll actually be moving from Sith Marauder over to Sith Empire Trooper once I get Marauder to gear 12. Old Ben, Obi-Wan Kenobi, is my current Cantina farm. I said I wanted to work on Rebels and CLS and things like that. after we get done with Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. So I've been farming this out of Cantina battles, 1C. It's coming along pretty good, 66 out of 100. So we're almost there, a little over the halfway mark to getting him to 7 stars. And then we can start working on his gear once we're done with the first order. Quill is only up here for relic pieces, relic materials. I'm not actually working on him right now. So he's just kind of sitting here if you guys are wondering why he's favorited. I have moved on now to First Order TIE Pilot as I finish my Sith Trooper farm to 7 stars. He's sitting at 330. Haven't activated him yet. I want to get through my Sith Empire team, get them geared, and then I can start activating some of these guys. So, but now I can focus in on First Order TIE Pilot and starting to farm his node. General Hux is at 298, so he's getting pretty close here. But he's my other main farm right now, 298 out of 330. So we're coming along here with General Hux as well, which is pretty exciting, I gotta say. We'll have almost all of the characters needed for First Order to 7 stars here soon. Once I finish with Hux, we'll transition over to First Order Stormtrooper and finish up these last 2. Once I'm done with Old Ben, Obi-Wan Kenobi over in Cantina, we'll be switching over to Veteran Smuggler Han, which this should go pretty quick, to be honest with you, as well. And those are all the characters that we need for Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. And so that's the progress currently for them. Outside of that, I haven't really worked on anything else, to be honest with you. Haven't taken anything up. Everyone else is just kind of chilling right now, the same where they've been at. Like I said, the main focus right now is on the First Order and Sith Empire. So once we get through these guys, we can start moving into some of these characters that need some love, like the Empire, like our Rebels to get CLS and things of that nature. So that's where we're at with characters. Headed over to ships real quick. Slave 1's at 39 out of 100, so he's coming up here at 7 stars soon. Still working on Rex's Arc 170. That guy's just not popping up for me when I need to. But we are at the halfway mark, 50 out of 100. This is a really hard ship to get, and it shouldn't be. I really need CG to fix this. Oh, he's in the arena store right now. So he's more in the arena store more often. The Fleet Arena store. So we're still working on him. 54 out of 100 now. We'll continue to work on him. Outside of that, no other progress for ships, guys. Everyone's kind of still sitting where they have been for a while now. So that's the Imps account. That we have there. So that's where we're at there. Let's head back to the face and we'll move on to the Hyperdrive account. Again, this is quick synopsis because we've got 4 accounts to go on this particular stream. So I want to make sure you guys get more of the meat and potatoes out of the 3 other accounts as we do Imps every single Thursday every week. So that you guys see a little bit more often. All right, moving on to the Hyperdrive bundle account, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll go in a little bit more detail on this, where we're at and things like that for this particular account. This account is progressing crazy fast. Hashtagger says looking good. Thanks, man. This Hyperdrive bundle has been progressing crazy fast, and you guys will see what I'm talking about here in a little bit. And honestly, we haven't even been putting any money into it here lately. It's been a while since I spent money on this account, outside of maybe some crystal refreshes, $20 here and there once a month. But nothing too crazy. Like, we're not pouring hundreds of dollars into this account or anything like that. Obviously, we did the $100 for the Hyperdrive. We've spent a little money throughout the times, but currently, right now, over probably the past 4 or 5 months, maybe even a little bit longer than that, it's been pretty free to play, to be completely honest with you. Doing 3 to 6 refreshes on normal energy and 3 refreshes on either fleet energy or cantina energy. So it's really been interesting to see how this is going. I've really learned with this account how to kind of focus my resources into what I need. So I don't always need that cantina energy, and so I'll move it over those 3 refreshes instead over to something like fleets. So here we go. We got this account up. Here it is, the Itachi gaming account, that hyperdrive bundle account. And you can see here we're arena rank 25th there with Sith Eternal Emperor. Is looking pretty good there. We need to get him to relic 7, but he is at relic 6 right now. We'll get into that in a little bit. In Fleet arena rank 16th, I can usually climb above 10 if I take my time to do so. So it's been doing some fantastic things for us for sure. Again, on this account, Erodium unable to make it to Kyber this last season, unfortunately. And so we're going to see some of these changes here soon, and what that does to the Grand Arena meta. Hopefully we can do a lot better this upcoming season. Let me grab this. I only took 16th today. I didn't do my climbs like I normally did. Doing a lot of stuff today. So this will do more of a full breakdown of the account. But as you guys can see, I got Kylo Ren, OG Kylo Ren, also to relic 5, along with crew. Sith Eternal Emperor is at relic 6. General Hux is at gear 11. He's got 3 more pieces to go for gear 12. Sith Trooper is at gear 12. First Order Executioner is still sitting at gear 12, waiting on that last piece. The only reason I haven't taken him to relics, honestly, to be honest with you guys, and I should have had him done by this month already, is that I was working on General Hux and Sith Trooper. I wanted to bring the rest of that team up for this next Grand Arena to make sure they're ready to go. Hopefully I can get Hux to gear 12 before Monday and the Grand Arena sign up happens. First Order Stormtrooper, I went ahead and put his Zeta on him. He's only sitting at gear 9 right now, on his way to gear 10, so we're working on him as well, along with his mods at this moment. But the First Order is starting to come along quite nicely, to be honest with you. First Order Officer, 7 stars already. Haven't started working on his gear yet, but we will soon. Same with Captain Phasma and Veteran Smuggler Han. First Order SF TIE Pilot, 7 stars already. First Order TIE Pilot. Today, I got his last couple of shards to get him to 7 stars. So we just need to promote him and start gearing him. So the entire First Order team, I have 7 starred. I just need to continue to work on them. Now, I've got my droids down here along with Darth Sion for some very particular reasons. One, I'm looking for another Grand Arena defense. GAC defense is sorely needed on this account. And so droids are a big deal for that. I've had B1 Battle Droid at 338 shards for a very long time, actually. Just never actually activated him. So we just got B2 Super Battle Droid to where he needs to be for 7 stars today. Started working on IG-100 Magna Guard today as well. Darth Sion is on here. Specifically, obviously Darth Sion is a fantastic character, but his hard node farm actually gives us a ship that we need, is Kylo Ren's command shuttle, and we're going to need this in order to get crew. So that is very, very important. So we're working on him right now as well. The nice thing about Droideka, also gives us a ship that's going to be needed for crew as well as for Han's Millennium Falcon with Xanadu Blood. So also Droideka can be quite a pain over in Grand Arena on defense. As you all know, he can hit pretty darn hard, and General Grievous droids teams can take out Jedi very easily on defense if you're not careful and if you don't have the correct relic levels. And so that is why I'm currently working on them. All right, let's get a grand tour of everything else that's going on. As you guys know, we've got one Galactic Legend right now, Sith Eternal Emperor, and we're working on our next one, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Moving on, we have got the 501st. Not much going on here right now. Sokotano is still at gear 12. Sexy Rexy is still at gear 10. Fives and Echo still at gear 9, and Arc Trooper still at gear 8. So we'll be coming to these guys here soon after we're done with Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Like a lot of my other accounts, we're going to take a break from Galactic Legends and start working on some of these other legendary characters that are needed for Grand Arena, like Gas, like Padme, and things like that. Moving on to the Bad Batch. They're not activated. We did get the packs, as you guys can see, 80 out of 25. So they're just chilling there right now. Bounty Hunters. Here's my Bounty Hunters. Jesus. So we got Bosk at gear 12, Jango Fett at gear 11 with his Zeta on him now. He didn't have the Zeta on him for the longest time. The Mandalorian, gear 11, also with his Zeta, 2 pieces away, along with Jango Fett from gear 12. Boba Fett needs some work. He's only at gear 9, and we need to bring him up to par with the rest of these beautiful bounty hunters here. Grief Karga sitting at gear 8 or gear 10. He needs his Zeta, and he also needs to go up to gear 12 as well. So this is my main bounty hunter team. They typically do pretty good on defense for me under that Jango Fett lead with Boss, Mando, Boba Fett, and Grief Karga. I just need to bring up the bottom of this team a little bit more to be good in Grand Arena. And so after we get done with Galactic Legends, we'll get into working on these other teams. Similar to the Imps account, and as you guys are going to see on the main account as well. Moving on to the Empire, ladies and gentlemen, is looking quite beautiful, as you guys can see. All of that red. Relic 7, Darth Vader, Papa Palpatine. Relic 6, Grand Admiral Thrawn. Relic 5, Admiral Piet. Relic 3, General Veers, Colonel Stark, Royal Guard. Relic 4, Grand Moff Tarkin, and Director Krennic with a gear 12 Moff Gideon. These guys are starting to come along quite nicely. We're going to work on Dark Trooper eventually, especially with him being at such a low node now for light side, dark side battles. We'll probably do the same thing for Range Trooper, aka Pen Trooper. But for the moment, the Empire is able to provide us with everything we need right now in the game at this current time. Walk-ins. Now these guys are starting to come along. I finally got Wicket to 7 stars. We got Poplo 7 stars, Logray 7 stars, Ewok Elder 7 stars. We just got to come back and start working on this Chief Chirpa to get him to 7 stars. Good news is Chief Chirpa is over in Cantina battles, so actually we'll probably go on to our list here soon, as we don't once we get done with our Separatist droids, General Grievous droids, we'll be able to come and double back over here on Chief Chirpa. Moving on to the First Order. So you guys have seen how these guys are. Here they are without all the other stuff that's seen there. So their progression has come along quite nicely and very quickly. As you guys can see, they are rocking and rolling, and they're about to become a true threat over in Grand Arena for us. We'll have a main team, and what I'm thinking there is going to be Crew, OG Kylo, General Hux, Sith Trooper, and then probably like a First Order officer. And then we can take the leftovers with Captain Phasma in the lead, with her in the lead, along with Fox, First Order Stormtrooper, SF TIE Pilot, and First Order TIE Pilot as well. So, Hashtagger said, I just finished off SLK, and he's such a boss. He is a boss, man, and I can't wait to have him on this account. All right, moving on to GREP Galactic Republic. So, as you guys know, we got Relic 7 Annie. We've had him for a while. We've got a Relic 4 General Kenobi, Relic 4 Grandmaster Yoda. Shock T sitting at gear 12, 3 pieces away from relics. The same thing with Snips, 3 pieces away from relics. Again, this is one of those factions we're going to be coming back around to very soon in order to start getting our clone troopers together and stuff like that. We now know we're going to need Clone Sergeant. I have a pretty good guess we're going to need Cody as well for GL Kenobi, Galactic Legend Kenobi. So we're going to be working on some of those. And then once Echo, Hunter, Tech, and Wrecker become free-to-play farmable, which they should be coming soon, we're going to start farming these guys as well. So they're pretty big over in light side territory battles right now. Now, Padme Amidala still is not at 7 stars. We've got a whole bunch of shards for Amagundai, 866. Holy moly. Will says, I took my Kenobi to G13 last night. Congratulations, brother. Reza. Bad Batch will be late June, free-to-play farmable. There we go. That is just around the corner, and I am pretty excited about that. So Padme, I'm going to show you guys my Geos here soon, and we need to finish up our Geos so we can unlock Padme at full 7 stars. R2 is ready to go to 7 stars. but we're just not focused on him at the moment. Geos. Now, these guys have been coming along. Gear 11, Brood Alpha and Soldier. Gear 10, Poggle the Lesser. However, my Spy and Sunfact are well behind, and I got to start working on these guys. So they're going to be probably one of my first projects coming out of Supreme Leader Kylo Ren so that I can get Padme. Padme is going to be needed for gas, and so we've got some work to do there. Jedi. Jedi have been pretty strong from the get-go on this account as far as your Jedi Knight Revan, Jedi Knight Anakin, Jolie Bindo, General Kenobi, Grandmaster Yoda, Bastila Shan, Shakti. These guys have been pretty solid. And so the next step really is to take like Revan, Jolie Bindo, Kenobi, and Grandmaster Yoda to Relic 5, and then get Bastila into Relics. And as well as start working on our Hermit Yoda. So those are the things that are most immediate and for Jedi. And then we'll be able to continue to move off from that. Shakti needs to go to Relic 5 as well, specifically for, again, light side territory battles. Mandalorians, not doing much with this faction whatsoever, so we'll keep this moving. Night Sisters. I actually haven't touched these gals in a long time. After we got Relic 2, Asajj Ventress, I kind of just let them go, along with the Gear 12, Talzin, Old Daka, and Zombie. So I do need to revisit them. We're starting to get a point now, being at 3.1 million GP, to where we need to have them at a higher, some of them at Relics and a higher gear level in order to go up against the opponents that we have. Old Republic, these guys need some love as well. We need to take Candyman to Gear 12. He's sitting at Gear 11. And we need to work on Mission Val and Zalabar so we can start working on Darth Malak. This continues to get pushed off and pushed off and pushed off. So between Geos and Old Republic, those are going to be my two most immediate farms after we get Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. To be honest with you, once we get a lot of the characters for the Slicker to the relics that they're needed at, I still got to farm the ships out. So I'll probably have to be able to be working on something else in the meantime. And this is probably going to be that team along with the General Grievous droids. All right, moving on to Rebels. Our Rebels look pretty drab here. We need to continue to work on these guys for sure. But they're a little bit later on in the pipeline. We don't have CLS yet, which we desperately need on this account. Like I said, that GP is starting to skyrocket up as we start doing these Galactic Legends. So that'll be something to look out for here in the near future. Viva la Resistance, not much going on here either. A lot of these are accidental farms and or from like just Galactic War. So haven't really worked on this team at all. Moving on to our Separatists. Now, as you guys know, like I said, currently working on General Grievous droids. We've had General Grievous at 7 stars for a while, but I haven't worked on his actual gear, and so that's what we're going to be doing here as we finish off our first order characters for Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. I do again need to start working on my new Gunray. He's at 7 stars, so he really just needs like his Zeta. He needs to have gear put onto him, and he's going to become actually a pretty formidable character for us for defense. So just really need to work on him. We've got Count Dooku Relic 6, Asajj Ventress at Relic 2 if we wanted to use her in there. We've got options to be able to use with those Separatists. Moving on to our Sith. So we are working on Darth Sion. Obviously, we got Sith Eternal. We need to get to Relic 7. Once he's at Relic 7, I can take him off my favorites. Sith Trooper has to go to Relics as well. But Bastila Shan Fallen, sitting at Gear 12. We'll actually get into this once we get over to our Sith Empire. We've already talked about Darth Vader and Papa Palpatine. Dooku, there's Darth Sidious, Relic 7. As you guys know, needed for Sith Eternal. Darth Sion, we're currently farming. Traya, we do need to take beyond this Gear 10. She's been sitting here for a long time. Nihilus is ready to go to 7 stars now. And so we need to start working on him as well to get him to Gear 12, Relics, and whatnot to go along with the Traya so we can really get our Sith Triumvirate team up and running. Now, moving on to our Sith Empire itself. We've got Relic 4 Darth Revan, Relic 7 Sith Marauder, Gear 12 HK, Gear 12 Bastila Shan Fallen, and a Gear 8 Sith Eternal Trooper, or Sith Empire Trooper. And so we need to get set up there, Gear 12, Relics, Bastila, Gear 12, Relics, and work on our Old Republic so we can unlock that Darth Malik and start working on his shards from our Get 2. So, moving on to ships. So ships, TIE Silencer is done, so we can actually take this off of our list as far as favorites. Completely done there, ready to go for the finalizer. Houndstooth is also done, so I can actually uncheck him. These were some check marks I was doing for first order as far as what I needed. Slave 1's at 7 stars. We still need gear and whatnot, so that's why this is still on our favorites. Xanadu Blood, 5 out of 85, so we're working on this to 7 stars, as you guys can see here. And we'll have to gear up Cad Bane to at least gear 11 so we can max out all of the abilities there. First Order TIE Fighter is coming along quite nicely, 51 out of 100, on its way to 7 stars, so that's going to be needed as well. First Order SF TIE Fighter, not needed to be able to unlock the finalizer or get it to 7 stars. However, it is a first order ship, and so we're farming it. So once we do get that particular capital ship unlocked, we can use a full first order team. Kylo Ren's command shuttle, I already showed you guys. We're farming this currently along with our Scion. And so we'll be able to get this as we're farming Scion, which does some double duty for us as well. As these characters continue to go up, we'll be able to start working on their abilities once we get this guy unlocked. So, TIE Advance we're going to need as well. And I've really been pretty much picking this guy up out of the fleet store. So 40 out of 100 on its way to 7 stars. I guess I can... is this farmable through ships? It is. So I need to start farming that through ships, actually. Let's favorite that guy. So what else are we missing here? Outside of that, let's get into what capital ships we have, and then light side and dark side. We did finish a couple of farms lately, so I'm going to show you guys that. So capital ships, we've had Chimera 7 stars, Negotiator 7 stars, Zetrix Home 1, and Endurance as well. Malevolence is at 255 out of 330, so we're getting very close to a 7-star Malevolence that we're going to be able to unlock here shortly. Hence, another reason why we want to work on General Grievous and his droids. Now, light side's been looking pretty darn good. We finally finished off Bittleby and Rebel Y-Wing to complete 7 stars here, which has been nice. So a lot of 7 stars here. Hans Millennium Falcon, we'll be able to go back and do once we farm these bounty hunters for the finalizer. These bounty hunter ships for finalizer, they're also needed for Hans Millennium Falcon, and so we'll be able to go in there and finish that off around the same time. Outside of that, Rebels, at some point we need to work on the underlying characters for the Rebel fleet. To be honest with you, most of these guys are at 7 stars, and I do need to farm the Ebon Hawk. Moving on to our dark side. We already talked about TIE Advance. We need 60 more shards to actually get to 7 stars there. Let's go ahead and upgrade that. And so then that'll be done once we actually finish that. Xanadu Bloods in that same arena there needs to be at 7 stars as well. We already got Houndstooth at 7 stars. We're working on the First Order TIE Fighter, as well as Kylo Ren's command shuttle and First Order SF TIE Fighter. Ooh. Now, we also need to work on Geos for the sake of their ships. That's going to be needed once we get Malevolence unlocked. And then this guy, IG-2000, is 5 out of 100. It's on that 7-star march. But we're going to have to start farming this again as well. Vulture Droid, we do have at 5 stars. We need to get it up to 6 and 7 stars eventually. But I can't spread myself too thin on hard node farms right now. So that is the only reason I'm not working on that and the Hyena Bomber. Although they're needed for the Malevolence once we get that to 7 stars. But for the time being, they just kind of have to chill out in the back. All right. shipments. We're grabbing this gear, every single account. You're going to want to do this all the time, guys. Don't skip out on this stuff. Weekly shipments. I always grab the things that take your ally points. And then depending on what characters are here, sometimes I'll spend, sometimes I won't, just depending on what the characters are. So in this case, I have both of these characters maxed out, so no need for me to spend there. Cantina Battle Store. Right now, I've got plenty of shipbuilding materials, so this I've been using to actually grab casting Ewing to convert over into the Shard Shop. Shard Store. Guild Store, this is all about gear for the most part. I am also grabbing First Order SF TIE Fighter as it's here. So we're going to grab that actually today. Squad Arena, I'm still putting this into prestiges for the time being. We don't have that much there, but we've been building into that. Galactic War Store, this is going into these ships that are already maxed out to convert later on over to our Shard Store. I don't really do the mod store that often. I'll go in there every once in a while. Fleet Arena Store, let me make sure there's nothing I need in here. All right, there we go. First Order TIE Fighter, we're going to go ahead and grab that. So that'll either go into there or into Zeta materials, just depending. Guild Store. Now, I've got my Get 1 is saved up plenty to be able to get my man's Malik. So I'll actually go in here and snag some gear. Yes, please. Any gear that I need, because I've got plenty of currency of this right now. We've been hoarding for quite a while. And this will help us finish up some of those gear farms that we need to do. Moving on to Championship Store. Again, this is all about the gear. Typically going in Kyrotechs for me, or into whichever injector cell salvage pieces that are up here for Gear 13 and relics. Moving on to our Shard Store here. This again is going into gear to help us with Gear 12, some Gear 13 and stuff like that. But I always scroll down first to see some of these harder gear pieces to get, like this, that I need. I don't have enough currency for that. We'll get this one though, this Nubian Security Scanner Salvage. So those are all my farms for the Hyperdrive Bundle account. That has been super fun to play, I gotta say. All right, we're gonna move on to last but not least, that main account, the main event, ladies and gentlemen. As you all know from Grand Arena, but the original Gangsta Itachi account. I'll show you guys what's going on over there. We're getting very close to our second Galactic Legend in on this account, which is very, very exciting. Dark Lord of the Jedi. Hashtagger, Reza, how you guys doing over there, man? What's going on with you guys' accounts? My kids watched Raya today. I almost wanted to call you Raya, Reza. Raya and the Last Dragon. It's a pretty good movie. All right, that main account is starting to fire up here, so we can go over that account in full, and that'll pretty much be the end of the video. After that, we're getting in here. It's loading the cantina here, so you guys can see what's going on with that. All right, let's head over to the game. Hashtagger said, got my third GL up and running and working on Ray in, oh man, GMK. That's awesome, man. Jedi Master Kenobi, yeah, JMK. That's fantastic, man. All right, here we go. Here's the main account, ladies and gentlemen, the Itachi account. Currently sitting at 112th in Arena. Like I said, I can get below 100 every single day, as I typically do, with Sith Eternal there. And then Fleet Ranks is at 25th. That's a little bit harder to climb. It's a much older Fleet Shard, so it does take a little bit to get up there. Definitely got some work to do on Kenobi as far as relics go to help with that. Again, we were in a Rhodium in Division 1, not able to get to Kyber. Very tough GAC last month, unfortunately for us. You guys saw some of those matches. They were just nuts. All right, let's get in here. Let me grab this real quick. And show you guys what is going on over here on this account. Now, I've started working on some guild-specific requirements right now for things like light side territory battles. So Shakti, I did get to Relic 5 here. Yes, the Exodus account. So as you guys can see, she's at Relic 5 now, ready for light side territory battles. I do need to finish with her mods though. Her mods, we're almost there. This is the last piece that we have to get to that 5.A tier mod. So getting close there with this particular character as far as that's concerned, and then we'll continue to take her on beyond that as well, obviously. Han Solo, I need to get to Relic 6. So once we get Han Solo to Relic 6, I can actually take him off my favorites for Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. Padme's up here. This is a guild requirement. I need to get her to Relics. Obviously, going to be good for us over in Grand Arena as well. It makes her a lot harder to get through. We're going to be taking her to Relic 5. Sexy Rexy, same thing. Need to get him to Relic 5. I have gas, so that goes right to that gas team. But this is also for the Shakti team as well. Get him to Relic 5. He's one piece away from getting Gear 13, so he's right there on the cusp. These Chirotechs, man, I need 7 more of these battle computer prototypes. I'll probably get those tonight, to be honest with you, once I do my refreshes, and then 8 more of the injector handle. So Sexy Rexy could be going to Relics tonight, to be completely honest with you. Geonosis Brood Alpha's up here, also for Dark Side territory battles. I've been working on this here recently. Obviously, we're in Dark Side territory battles right now, so I've been working on my Geos. Also, they go into with our Malevolence fleet, which we'll talk about fleets here in a little bit. So we've been working on these guys as well. Arc Trooper's on here. He's 3 pieces away from Relics, as you guys can see. And then Dark Trooper's on here, but I'm currently not gearing him just because of the other things I need to gear right now. Geonosian Spy, 1 piece away from Relics. Guys, I'm getting very close to a lot of these things. Wolf says, I appreciate you working on Geos. Thanks, man. Same with Geonosis Soldiers at Gear 12. No Relic pieces on him yet, but currently working on him. Again, a lot of the stuff I have on here right now is guild-based, to be honest with you. Poggle the Lesser, I won't be taking past Gear 12, but he's at Gear 11 right now. Once I get him to Gear 12, we're going to take him off the list. Sunfac, he needs to go to Relics in Gear 13. He's on his way to Gear 12, as you guys can see here. Again, another character that I need to finish up with his actual mods as well. That arrow is the last piece there. Now, let's get into my actual farm. So, starting with Mon Mothma. So, we're currently farming her right now. This is one of my hard node farms for Jedi Master Luke Galactic Legend, 5E hard light side. And so she's coming along pretty nicely. We'll just take a look at my Geos. It will give you an idea of what to take them to for effective use in dark side Geos. Okay, I'll do that. Thanks, man. But she's at 151, so we're right at the halfway mark with Mon Mothma. A little over it with 3PO Chewie, Chewbacca, or Chewpio, 3Baka, however you want to call it, call him. But same thing. This is another hard node farm for me. And so I won't activate these guys until they're at 7 stars and actually start working on them. I may do it at 6 stars, to be honest with you, just so I can start working on their Zetas and their gear and stuff like that. Bo-Katan Craze is on the list as well, starting to farm for Kenobi. And so I've already hit up her node already today, 60 hard dark side. So those are my 3 hard node farms that I'm doing right now. Cantina is just going into signal data for relic materials right now. I had to start working these back up. I did a lot of relic 5ing for Challenge Pit the other day, Challenge Rancor Pit. And so we finally, congratulations to my entire guild, Exodus, we finally defeated that raid. So looking forward to the next one so we can continue to build upon it. Reza says you got quite a bit of Bo-Katan already. Not too much. I guess so. 60 out of 25. We got a ways to go there. So these, as you guys can see, a much smaller scope here because I'm starting to get into, with being at 4.8 million GP, a lot of getting more towards guild-specific farms at this point, along with my Galactic Legends. And so I said I was going to be taking some time here soon with doing that, and we're starting to do that. All right, as you guys know, we've got Sith Eternal on this account for Galactic Legends, sitting at Relic 7. Good things there. All right, moving on to the 501st. Like I said, we got our Relic 5 gas, 5s, and Echo now. We're just working on Rex, Sexy Rexy, and Arc Trooper. I may have Rex by the end of the night, so that'll be cool. And then we'll just have Arc Trooper left to do there. Moving on to Bad Batch. Haven't started working on these guys yet. Same thing, got them all to 80, so I bought those packs, as you guys can see. Moving on to Bounty Hunters. Now, this is something that I definitely need to look at, starting to work on, getting these guys to, especially Boss, to relics and whatnot. So, I know I'm going to need to work on Cad Bane and IG-88 here soon for First Order, but we haven't really started on that First Order farm yet, but we will need to. Zam Wessel's actually ready to go to 7 stars. I just noticed that. And she can be a pain in the arse over in Grand Arena, to be honest with you. I may have to start taking her up as well. All right. Well over 7 stars, actually. Moving on to the Empire. As you guys know, the Empire is looking quite lovely on this account after doing our Sith Eternal farm. Darth Vader, Palp, both at Relic 7, Relic 6, Grand Admiral Thrawn. This is going to be very similar to the way the Hyperdrive bundle account looked. Now, I did finally put a Zeta on Aggressive Tactician on General Veers. I was missing that off my General Veers. Did not know that. I didn't realize it. There's our Moff Gideon sitting at Gear 11. He's got to go to Gear 12, but not a current focus. And then there's our Imperial Troopers. Now, this is going to become a focus probably soon after. Excuse me, guys. Soon after we get done with Jedi Master Luke Skywalker, or Grandmaster Luke Skywalker farm. Ewalkins, we're not doing too much here with this. This is my guild leader's favorite faction right here. Flava Flav. But no. These guys are going to pretty much continue to sit where they're at for a while. The First Order. Now, interesting enough, my first order is actually not that bad off. Really just need to farm Stormtrooper, Hux, and Sith Trooper. There's only 3 characters there to really farm, to be honest with you, to 7 stars. But it's all the gearing and relicking that still has to be done for these guys. We're going to kind of hold off for the time being because I don't want to lose focus on the other things I need to do for the time at this moment. G-Rep Galactic Republic. Like I said, we're working on these guys right here. So they're getting pretty close here. Did take Grandmaster Yoda to Relic 5 the other day as well. Not going to regret that ever, but he is there at Relic 5 now. As you can see, C-3PO at Relic 5, ready to go there for Jedi Master Luke. I'll actually bring that up here in a little bit. Hashtagger says, going to be pissed if Ewoks become the deciding factor, like ships in the new GAC layouts. How do you mod Kenobi? Where's Canopsters? Right now he's health and defense. Can't remember if I do a fast. He's not that fast. But yeah, this is where Kenobi's at right now. I do a lot of remodding here and there, to be honest with you. Yoda, you went speed and took him to 316. That's ridiculous, Wolf. So I didn't take Yoda to speed at all. He's definitely more offensive based, to be honest with you. He's only 251 speed, but his damage is currently sitting at 52 and special offense at 87. So under Jedi Knight Revan, Grandmaster Yoda definitely does not need a whole lot of speed. But anyways, this is how this is coming along quite nicely. Glad I took Grandmaster Yoda, that Grey Monster Relic 5, while we were doing Challenge Pit. Cody's ready to go to 7 stars if needed. Qui-Gon Jinn, now part of those requirements, ready to go to 7 stars. So may not be too far off for some of these galactic legends here soon. 8.8k special offense. Woo! All right, Geos. As I said, I'm working on these guys currently. They're getting closer and closer every day. Really excited about this this group getting to where they need to be at. What's next here? Jedi. Not much going on with Jedi. Jedi Knight Luke there at Relic 7 as needed, where he's needed at. Hermit Yoda's at Relic 5. Old Ben is at Relic 5. So Jedi are starting to come along quite a bit. To be honest with you, they're starting to look a lot better. Taking Grandmaster Yoda the other day to Relic 5 was beautiful. We need to take Bastila Shan to Relics here soon as well. She's only 2 gear pieces away. That'll be a big help. Mandos. Not much going on. A lot of these guys are just getting farmed naturally. We do use the armor over in Arena to go up against Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. To be honest with you, which has been nice as well. Moving on to Night Sisters. Now, I did finally get my Mother Talzin to 7 stars, which is actually pretty big. As you can see, pretty much all these gals are 7 stars now. We just need to work on gear. And so that's really in a really exciting place for me to be at for Night Sisters. This is one of those teams I'm going to be working on after I get Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. Old Republic, not really touching this team for a while. I may come back in, start working on Karth, Zalabar, Mission Val, getting those guys at Gear 12, and Candyman. Getting those guys at Gear 12 is actually pretty beneficial for this team. T3 and 4, getting him up as well, as him and Karth have their own ship. Rebels. So as you guys know, Mon Mothma 3PO and Chewie, we're currently farming. R2-D2 is now Relic 7, CLS Relic 5, C-3PO Relic 5, Chewbacca Relic 6. So these guys are starting to come alive here. Princess Leia Relic 3, Lando Relic 5, Wedge Relic 3, Rolo Relic 3, Captain Han Relic 3, Biggs Relic 3. I literally only have these 3 characters to finish for Jedi Master Luke Skywalker, Galactic Legend, and then we can get in there. So very exciting. At some point, we've got to come back and work on a lot of these other Rebels for ships. But for the time being, they're just going to kind of sit here. Having Biggs and Wedge over on our Rebel fleet going to Relics is actually a pretty big help, to be completely honest with you. Moving on to Viva la Resistance. So I do need to work on BB-8 specifically for Territory Wars. But as you can see, BB-8's at Gear 12. And obviously Resistance would be kind of that next faction to go after, probably, after we do Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, to be completely honest with you. But BB-8 will be going into my favorites here shortly. I need to take it up to Relics. I need to get together Zeta on him and whatnot for Territory Wars specifically. So that's going to be a big help there. And honestly, I do need to work on Resistance Hero Finn and Resistance Hero Poe for Grand Arena. To be completely honest with you, we should have this team with a Relic 7 JTR. Should be able to take out a lot of the teams we've been losing to lately with this team. And so I need to work on BB-8, Resistance Hero Finn and Poe. And then probably Finn, seeing how he's already Gear 12. He's already there for that team. All right, moving on to our let's hit Scoundrels real quick. There's a couple characters in here that we've been working on, like Ness, Infus Ness at Gear 10. we do need to continue to take her up. Gear 11, Gear 12 as well. And then I did farm L337. I just need to take her to 7 stars. Along with Kira, same thing. I need to take both of these to 7 stars. It's another very spicy team that a lot of people have forgot about. Was a big team in the past that I'm going to start working on here shortly. All right. Seppies, those separatists. Count Dooku. I'm sorry. Newt Gunray. I just need to really work on gear again. Get him Zetas and things like that. Wat Tambor is 25 shards away from 7 stars. So that's going to be exciting. I need to start getting him prepped for Gear 12 because I have a good feeling we'll be hitting that here with this territory battle. So let's go ahead and mark him as favorites so I can get him prepped for Gear 12. Outside of that, I mean, my Grievous droids look phenomenal. We now need to take Magna Guard up to Relics now at this point with the new Galactic Legend Kenobi requirements that came out. And then we're working on our Geos. So this faction is starting to round itself out. Really big focus here on Newt Gunray as the rest of this faction is starting to look pretty good. Moving on to our Sith. I think we've touched most of the Sith here. We did take Darth Treya to Relic 5, Scion to Relic 3, and Nihilus to Relic 3 as well. So they're looking pretty good. Only 3 Sith here that, I mean, the rest of these Sith are, look at all that red. That's beautiful here at the Sith Empire. We love to see this right here. Really just have 3 more characters to go. Once we start looking at Slicker, we're going to take that down to 2 very easily. Sith Empire, as you guys know, is was actually the first Relic team that I did of Darth Revan, Darth Malak, Bastila Fallen, HK-47, and Sith Empire Trooper along with Sith Marauder. So this team has been quite far along for a long time. Only missing a Sith Assassin there. Eventually we'll get there, but not right now. All right, let's move on over to ships. And so our favorites here are going to be based around what's needed for what is that ship? Holdo ship. Let's look at capital ships. The Radis. So we do have the finalizer unlocked at 4 stars. I need to start this grind on the finalizer, but it's going to take me gearing some of the underlying characters in order to do so. Try to do it without it, and didn't work out very well for me. So let's go into light side, dark side. So light side, Poe Dameron ship is at 7 stars, but we haven't done any work on it. Rey's Millennium Falcon's on here as well. Again, we need to start working on these ships for the Radis. Our Rebel fleets have been at 7 stars for a long time. Resistance X-Wing is at 7 stars as well. Lando's Millennium Falcon, I finally finished this farm, is at 7 stars as well. So just going to work on a lot of these underlying characters, to be honest with you. 7-star Negotiator there. Well, I didn't finish with my capital ships. Well, we'll see him in the dark side. So Negotiator there is at 7 stars. Han's Millennium Falcon, 7 stars. The Galactic Republic, 7 stars. So really what this comes down to, Biddleby we finished, Rebel Y-Wing we finished here recently, is going to be the bottom of this is really our Rebel fleets needing to get gear. And so that's something we're going to end up doing. I will probably relic my Phoenix squad. Just saying. All right, dark side. Most of these guys have been done for a very long time. I do need to farm out the rest of Emperor Shuttle. The Empire fleet with Sith is actually pretty good, to be honest with you, with that B-28 Extinction class bomber here as well, which I also need to finish farming out. So we just need to complete that particular fleet. Finished out Hyena bomber here recently, along with Vulture droid, so they're all done now. So as you come down here, you're going to see that really my first order ships, I really just need to hit up those underlying characters to get them to where they need to be, along with these bounty hunter ships that's needed, and we'll be good to go. Now, speaking of 7 stars, we did 7-star Malevolence now. So we do have a 7-star Malevolence, maxed out all the abilities. So this is all done. Literally just have Finalizer capital ship and the Radis left. for fleets. So along with gearing the underlying characters is what comes along with that. So there's that in a nutshell. And just so you guys real quick, let's head over to squads. I said I was going to show you guys this. Jedi Master Luke requirements. Literally missing those last two here. We need to get Han Solo to Relic 6. And he'll be done. And so we'll just have those last two requirements left to do. In Mon Mothma and 3 Baka there. I did go ahead and put up my Slicker requirements. Galactic Legend Ray requirements, and Jedi Master Kenobi requirements as well. So we'll start working on a lot of these guys here soon, to be honest with you, little by little for that. So just to show you guys overall in the journey guide, here we are in prereqs, 12 out of 15. So this is coming along quite nicely. Mon Mothma, Chupio, however you say it, whatever, 3 Baka, and then Han Solo. Han Solo is 1 relic away, so really close there. Hi, Reza. Oh, you guys can't see it. Let's do this real quick. Reza says hi in the guild chat in the game. Look at that. All right, let's look at our shipments, and then I'm going to head and get out of here. So, like I said, all the accounts, you always want to grab this stuff right here. You're going to get plenty of credits all the time. This is going to cost you nothing. They're pennies on the dollar. Weekly shipments, again, we always hit up the ally point stuff because there's nothing else for me to really do with this. I guess I could spend the time on packs, but I don't really. Cantina battles, again, I'm doing the same thing here, hitting up Cassian's U-Wing to convert over in the Shard store. Shipbuilding materials, I've got 106.6 million. I think I'm good for a moment. Guild store, again, this is all about the gear that we need, so for the most part right now. Let me just scroll down real quick, make sure there's nothing else that I need down here. Okay. So I don't have enough for that. What is this needed for? Some geos. All right. This is needed for Padme. So we'll put that on there. She's a little higher up. Now, Squad Arena Store. I have plenty of prestiges on here. 2,200 there, as you can see. So I've actually been using this on the characters in here to convert over in the Shard store as well. Galactic War Store, again, I'm purchasing these maxed out ships to convert over in the Shard store. Mod Store, again, I hit this up occasionally, but not very often, to be honest with you. All right, Fleet Arena Store, this is all Zetas for me all day, baby. We don't really have any ships in here, characters. I mean, they're all 7 stars now at this point. Okay, maybe not Clone Sergeant, but Clone Sergeant is an easy farm. I'm not going to waste this on him. I'm just going to continue to get these ability material Zeta mats. Get 1, get 2. I have 7-star Malevolence and Negotiator, so I'm officially just using get 1 and get 2 for gear. And man, I got to say, it feels really good to be able to do that. To be completely honest with you, I don't have to worry about any of these characters anymore. We've maxed out General Gas, Darth Malak, Hermit Yoda, Wampa. And so this is all about the gear at this point and what's needed there. Let's grab that. Championship store, again, this is about the gear. I don't have enough currency to buy any of this, but that's what it's for. And then obviously the same thing with your Shard store currency. You're going to use this all on your gear, to be honest with you. I wouldn't really use it on anything else. Things like these stun guns are hard to come by. I'll probably pick that up. Yeah, let's pick this up. And that's everything. All right, my friends, thank you so much for stopping by. Reza, a.k.a. Wolf, hashtagger. Thank you guys for participating over in the live chat, Dark Lord of the Jedi. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I hope you guys like the new player experience, the Itachi Sidechick account. Looking to see a lot more of that account and how that goes. I'm pretty excited about that. It's a new account. All right, my friends, we've got Grand Arena starting on Monday, which means our first stream will be on Thursday. during the day, and then Friday night and Sunday night of next week. I hope you guys have a fantastic and safe Memorial Day weekend. But we'll catch you guys next time right here. My name is Itachi, and this was Itachi Gaming. Peace out, y'all.
Money that I don't accept. Something like this.